Whew, okay, today we are talking about backpacking gear mistakes. All that stuff you bought that you really shouldn't have bought and you just wasted tons and tons of money on. Yeah, we've all got some of those. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 of my top backpacking gear mistakes, all the stuff that I bought and wasted my money just to save you from making the same mistake. So here we go. First up on the list, straw water filters. Okay, I know straw water filters sound genius, right? They're tiny, they're lightweight, they're little tubes, they make it so easy. And of course, they're affordable. But you know what else? They're also a pain in the ass and totally not functional. I mean, think about it. To use one, you have to lie on your stomach with your face like leaning towards a body of water to suck straight out of the stream. And then, not only that, when you actually do start sucking straight out of the stream, you have to suck really, really hard. And yes, I know how that sounds, but bear with me. You have to be like so hard that you have to fight for every sip of water. They're just not practical. So, my 2 cents, save yourself the hassle, skip the money you'd spend on a straw filter, and go straight to the big guns like a gravity filter, a squeeze, or even a hand pump. More to come on that point, though. Gear mistake number 2 is going to get a lot of people angry, but here it is. Don't waste your money on a one-person tent. Hot take, one-person tents are coffins. They don't really save you that much space and they don't really save you that much money. Just don't bother. If you really, really are someone that only backpacks on your own, go ahead and get yourself a two-person tent. Yes, it's going to add a little bit of weight, but you're going to have so much space and you're going to get to store all your gear inside with you, which is going to make your life a whole lot easier anyway. And if you really, really, really need to save all those ounces, get a two-person trekking pole tent. Not only will you have so much space that you feel like you're sleeping in a palace, but it's probably going to weigh less than your one-person freestanding tent. Trust me on this one. And no, but seriously, when I say trust me. I've been doing this a long time. I mean, did you see what my shirt says? Look, patience with me? I was born in the 1900s. I've been doing this since the 1900s. I just got this shirt and I really, really like it. Gear mistake number 3. We've all seen it at REI. The godforsaken plastic egg containers. Truly, I know we've all seen these at Target or Walmart or REI or insert big box store. And usually they're yellow, but they're those little plastic containers designed to hold eggs and protect your eggs while backpacking. And yes, I went out and bought one. I think it was like $7.99 or something. And I have had that thing for 10 years. And you know how many times I've used it successfully? 0 times because it doesn't work. First of all, most eggs don't actually fit in the container. They're either too big or too small, and you'll try to shut the lid, or they're too tall. Eggs don't fit. And if they do fit, you find yourself being like, wow, this is a lot of space and extra weight to carry eggs. Once again, you don't need it. So, truly, go ahead and save yourself the hassle. Don't waste the $7.99 on the plastic egg container. Do this instead. Before you leave, decide how many eggs you want to bring, crack them inside a Nalgene bottle, and seal the lid. I think there's a squirrel trying to attack me. There is. He's throwing pine cones at me. Any rate, crack your eggs inside the Nalgene, seal the lid, bring them with you on your trip. You're good to go. Not only are you not carrying the extra weight and space that the egg container is going to take up, but you are probably going to bring a Nalgene instead to carry water later, although watch out with raw eggs because that's gross, or to boil water and put in your sleeping bag and stay warm. By bringing the Nalgene and using it as your egg holder, one item is serving 2 or 3 purposes. Hooray for multifunctionality. Gear mistake number 4. Let the angry people commence. Don't buy a pump water filter. So to be clear, pump water filters work fine. I went out and invested my money in a Cated In one years ago, and it's excellent. It does the job. It gives me clean water. I'm not exploding with diarrhea. All is well and fine. But you know what else it does? It makes me really, really tired because I have to sit by the lake or the stream and be like, until I have a little glass of water. And then you know what else happens? My hands are cold because they're sitting in the water. All around, Pump water filters are functional, but they're not the easiest to use. But obviously, I don't think you should go out and get a straw filter because I already told you this. So here's what I think is worth your money: gravity filters. I know a lot of people don't look at gravity filters when they're backpacking with just one or two people, and I understand why. But the reality is, gravity filters just take all the work out of filtering your water. It's like the lazy man's water filter, but it also means you're more likely to do it because it's not such a chore. You just scoop the dirty water into one bag, hang it on a tree, prop it up higher on a hill, do what you're going to do. And then gravity does the work and does all the filtering into the clean water bag for you. But I mean, yeah, if you have a pump water filter and it works perfectly fine, I'm not saying toss it out and go get a new one. But if you're in the market, don't waste your money on a pump filter. Come with me, do the lazy way, and get a gravity filter. Okay, you know what? For mistake number 5, I'm legitimately nervous to go down this rabbit hole because it's a topic that I some people are very, very passionate about. And usually they're the overcaffeinated ones. Mistake number 5, don't waste your money on fancy coffee setups. If you go to REI, you're going to see like an entire row dedicated to backcountry coffee. There's the AeroPress, there's pour overs, there's French press. I don't even know. There's so many gadgets and trinkets down that aisle that I'm not even entirely sure what a lot of them do. And even when you get into the instant coffee section, there's even fancier options like Kuju, the backcountry pour over coffee, whatever. There are so many things out there designed to get you caffeinated in the backcountry. But my 2 cents, you don't need any of them. And to be clear, I'm not doing anything as egregious as suggesting you don't drink coffee in the backcountry. I need my coffee too. I just don't think you need to waste your money, space in your backpack, and weight in your backpack on a bougie coffee setup. Instead, except for a couple days, you're going to be drinking instant coffee. You can go to the grocery store and get Folgers. You can spend a little bit more money, get Starbucks Via, Alpine Start, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be an elaborate process. Just spend a couple dollars, get your instant coffee that's ready in 15 seconds, and go about your day with a pleasantly caffeinated buzz. Easy peasy, caffeinated squeezy. Gear mistake number 6. This just came up to me yesterday because I saw it on the trail. You don't need to bring a flipping bear bell. Now, I know a lot of people love their bear bells, and I'm not saying go backpacking and get eaten by a bear, but the science is not conclusive that bear bells actually help. Some people think they do, some people think they don't, but the reality is they just cause a lot of ruckus that's probably more annoying to you and your hiking partners than it actually is to a bear. Plus, all of us bipeds are not exactly the most quiet species, especially when we're tromping uphill, carrying a heavy backpack, and mouth breathing like we just ran a freaking marathon. Yeah, with all that ruckus, I am willing to bet the bear already hears you coming without the darn bear bell. But bottom line is you don't need to attach a clinging, jangling hunk of metal to your backpack to scare away wildlife. Talk a little bit to your hiking partner. If you're on your own, sing a song, bring your pet, or even use the classic standby. Hey bear, hey bear. Whatever it is, any or all of those alternatives are going to be nicer, more melodic, and better for your hiking partners than a darn bell clinging and jinging through the forest. If you've made it with me to mistake number 7, I'm glad you're here. But be prepared because I'm about to piss off all the through hikers. Gear mistake number 7, don't waste money on an ultralight sleeping pad. Look, I get it. I think I have 6 different ultralight sleeping pads sitting in our garage, and I used them all throughout my 20s and into my 30s. But then one day I woke up and realized, hey, this is really, really uncomfortable. I bet I could do this better. So I did. I invested money, spent a little more pack space, spent a couple more ounces of weight, and got myself an actually comfortable sleeping pad. And you know what? I actually sleep fantastic in the backcountry. I don't deal with my shoulder falling asleep. I don't deal with bruised hips. I don't deal with my hands going numb. And it's all because I added a little bit of fluff beneath me while sleeping on the ground. Now, obviously, I'm not saying bring your Xped Mega Mat into the backcountry. You have to be reasonable. My personal favorite is the Nemo Quasar sleeping pad. It's not super ultralight, but it's also not super gigantic. but it's extra wide, it's a little bit thicker than usual, and honestly, it's downright comfortable. So, yes, it takes up more space in my backpack, and yes, it weighs a little bit more. But now that I'm into my 40s, I am willing to accept those concessions to give me 8 hours of solid sleep. So that's it. Those are my 7 backpacking gear mistakes. And look, making backpacking gear mistakes is basically a rite of passage. We all do it. And any backpacker who's been doing this for any period of time will tell you about all the extra gear they have sitting in their crawl space or their basement or their garage that they bought and realized they didn't like or it was a waste of money. So it's normal. Don't sweat it. We've all done it. But if you can skip a few of these, you'll save a lot of money, and honestly, you'll be a lot happier. But I would love to hear from you. What are your biggest backpacking gear mistakes and or gear that you won't leave home without? Leave it in the comments below, and we'll see you out there next time.